Roberto, commiserations. What should you taken out of this game today?
Well, I think it's a game that it brings a scoreline that is very hard to take. Obviously, the first half, I don't think we were or we didn't start as well as we can. I think something of our own undoing. I don't think we were sharp enough. I don't think we were a little bit pedestrian. But other aspects that they went in our control. We got 2 injured players that stops a little bit. The momentum, the penalty that it comes from nothing, and then a very isolated action in the second goal. But I thought the second half, the reaction that we had and the control and the amount of chances that we created, I think the scoreline could have been very, very different. I think today nothing went in our favour. Even if you want to give an example or a snapshot of how our performance went, is the last chance that we have with Seamus coming in a great position where it would have changed the scoreline very, very much in a different way. But we know we have to start games better. We know we have to use the first half of Goodison a lot better. It's been difficult this season, but the reaction in the second half, I think the amount of chances that we created should have been enough to win the football game, never mind to get a draw.
The circumstances surrounding the penalty. Will John Stones learn from it?
Well, I don't think it's just John. I think it's, as a team, is a situation where we have to deal with a little bit more of control. It's a bit of a reaction. Of course, we can do. We all know we have to do that aspect a lot better. But I don't think there's any need to get punished in the manner that we did in an action like that. It's very unfortunate. Team doesn't see the player. He should have been aware, and he should have seen that area in a bit better. But he's not aware. But in the same way, the second goal, which is the next shot on target, comes from a handball on Ashley Williams. And overall, you look at certain aspects of the look that you need in terms of being able to get through a bad period in the game, which I don't think we had a good period in that moment. We got heavily punished in the second half. The amount of chances that we created, we should have had a little bit more of a focus and control to take those.
Given the way you performed in the second half, does that leave you scratching your head about the way your team performed in the first at times?
Well, I think is where we are, and we need to keep working. And I think it's in days like today that you see how good we can be, and in the same way how soft we allow scorelines to go away from us. Remember that even the last action of the game gives you a draw, gives you a point. In the last game, we dropped 2 points in the last kick of the game. Is a very, very important moment of our season that we need to learn from these painful lessons and become a lot better. But clearly, I think the contrast in the first half and the second half is where the work is.
You lost 2 important players through injury in the first half, didn't you? Bezic and Mirallas. How are they vis-a-vis the Manchester City game in the week, and how much of a blow is this potentially for you? You've got several games coming up now.
We have, and obviously that's the nature of the game. You get injuries, you get suspensions. Obviously, more Bezic had to come off, and Kevin Mirallas had to come off. I don't expect the players to be ready on Wednesday when you come off with that sort of problem. I don't think they'll be ready in 3 days.